Welcome to my channel. Here we are going to be working on the surface development of oblique solids. Surface development of oblique solids. What is an oblique solid? An oblique solid is a solid that has its central axis to be at an angle to the horizontal. In technical drawing or engineering drawing, we classify solids into two. We have right solids and we have oblique solids. Okay, when I talk about solids, I believe you understand what I mean by that. We have cuboid, we have cube, we have cylinder, we have cone, we have pyramid, and we have prisms. So those are the solids that I'm talking about in engineering drawing. As I said, that solids in engineering drawing or technical drawing are classified into two. We have right solids, in which the central axis of such a solid is at angle 90 degree to the horizontal, but for an oblique solid, it has its central axis to be at an angle to the horizontal. An example is this oblique square prism that I'm showing here. Now, this oblique square prism has its central axis to be at an angle 135 to the horizontal on this side. Then on this side, the angle is 45 degree, because the sum of angles on a straight line is 180 degrees. So 135 out of 180 will give us 45. Okay, so the angle to this side, okay, is 45 degree, and this can be taken as the central axis or center line. Okay, now for the surface development of this oblique square prism, we have that distance from here to here is 56 across corners. 56 across corners. Okay, so the base is in a square form. Okay, then we have the height from here to here to be 60 millimeters. Then we are cutting it along this line, that is the seam, so which we call XX, and then we spread it to obtain its surface development or pattern. Okay, so what we are going to do now is to do some things that we need to do. We need to draw the plan, and then from there we'll be able to produce this given view. So let's see how this can be done. So what we are to do first is to draw a short horizontal center line. So here I have a short horizontal center line here. Okay, then I'm going to draw a vertical center line, just a short one, okay, because just want to use it to get the front elevation. So I will produce a short vertical center line like this. Okay, so this 56 across corners that we are given, I'm going to divide it into two, and that will give me 28 millimeters. That will give me 28 millimeters. So I will take a measurement of 28 millimeters on the ruler, 28 millimeters on the ruler. So here I have this to be 28 millimeters. So putting the pinpoint here, I will make an arc at this point on this line, make an arc up here. Okay, then on this side, I'll make an arc down here, and here also I'll make an arc here to the left side. So I'm going to join this point together. I will join this point together. So I'm going to join this point together. So here I will join these 2 points together with a straight line. And then here also I will join these 2 points. I will join them together with a straight line like this. Okay. Then I will also join these 2 points together with a straight line. So joining these 2 points together with a straight line like this, and then I'll join these 2 points together with a straight line. So we have this now. So I'm going to number this point on the square. So this is point 1, this point is point 2, this is point 3, and this is point 4. Okay, now to draw the elevation as we see it here, so what I'm going to do is that I will come up a bit. So coming up a little bit, then I will draw a horizontal line like this. Okay, draw horizontal line. Then with my set square, I'm going to transfer this point. I will transfer this point and draw it up here to touch the horizontal line. I will extend this line to touch the horizontal line. Then I will also draw a vertical line from here touching the horizontal line. So as I said, that for this square prism or oblique square prism, for this oblique square prism, so the central axis is at an angle 45 degree to the horizontal. Okay, so we take the 45 degree set square, so bringing it to this point here. So I'm going to draw a line. I will draw a line in this direction, and bringing it to this point, I will draw a line in this direction. I'm bringing it here. I will also draw a line at this point. So I'll draw a line in this direction. So the height of the prism is 60 millimeters. So how can I get that 60 millimeters? So you have to draw a vertical line somewhere here. So draw a vertical line here and take a measurement of 60 millimeters on this line. Take 60 millimeters on this line. So this is 60 millimeters here. So then we are going to transfer this point. So we transfer it here. So I'll just draw a line. So from here to here. So following this point that we have on this vertical line. So we have gotten the elevation of the square prism. So I'm going to number this point. I will number this point as 0.1 prime, and this point here is 0.2 prime, comma 4 prime. Okay, then I have this point to be 0.3 prime. Okay, then coming up here, I will call this point, I'll call it 1 prime prime, and this point is 0.2 prime prime, comma 4 prime prime. Okay, so we have this. Then this is 0.3 prime prime. All right, so we have this now. Then the next thing that I want us to do, there's something I want us to do here. In case you are asked to draw the plan of the solid, as we have it here. So how can we get out the plan of the solid? So I'm going to show you that right now. So looking at the object from the top down, we are going to see a square, okay, in this form. We are going to see it on this top surface here, okay. So what we have to do to draw the square up here in the plan down here. So what we have to do is this. So you come to this point here. So come to this point 3 here. Then you draw a vertical line. So draw a vertical line from this point down. Okay. Then we come to this point. Okay. So come to this point 2, 4. So draw a vertical line down. Okay. So draw a vertical line down here. Then we come to point 1 prime here, or prime here. So we draw a vertical line down. All right, then the next thing that we are going to do is that we need to extend this center line. So we need to extend it to this side here. So we extend to this side. So from here, so this point is 0.1. Okay, so for this top part is 0.1, while this point is 0.3. So for the top part, and then to get the other side, so what we just have to do, so with the same 28 that we use, we put the midpoint here. Okay, so we make an arc up here. I will make an arc down here, or instead of that, I will just draw a line. So coming to this point here, I will just draw a line from here. So draw a line from here to here, and then coming up here, I will also draw a line. So draw a line from here to here. So I think that is more easier. So for the square on this surface, I'm going to see it completely as a square. So then what I need to do is that I'm going to join this point together. So we join this point together. So this is 0.4. So this point is 0.4, while this point is 0.2 on the top surface here. So I'm going to join this point together for us to see the square that we have on that top clearly. So we join it and make it a thick line at once. And also I will join this point 1 and 4 together, so making it a thick line at once as we have it here. Then we also join point 1 and 2 together, so making it a thick line at once as we have it here. And then so we join point 2 and 3 together, so making it a thick line at once as we have it here. So this is the square that we see on this top surface of the object. Okay, then here is, so when I'm looking at it, okay, by the time I'm looking at it as we have it here, so I'm going to see the line. So the line at this point, okay, so I'll see the line. That means I need to make this line, I will make it a thick line from here to here. So make this line a thick line from here to here. And also, so I will see the line. So I will see the line at this, on this line. Okay, so on this 3, so this 3 line, this 3. Okay, this line that I showed here is on the other side. Okay, so this on the other side along this 4. Okay, no, we are going to have a line of this 2, 4 also on this side. Okay, so we have it here. If you look at what if you just visualize what I'm talking about and just visualize the solid, you see what I'm talking about. So we are going to see this line, and then so the line here at 3, we also see it as a thick line, that is 3 to 3 as we have it here. So we make this line from 3 to 3. So make it a thick line from here to here. Okay. Then the line along these two. So we also see it. We see it as we are able to see the one of 4, 4. So we also see the line at this point 2, 2. So also make this line, we make it a thick line like this. Okay, we make it a thick line like this. So why the line of 1, 1, okay, the line of 1, 1 that we have here, it will be hidden from us. So it will be down, it will be hidden from us. So we need to make this line, we make it short dashes line as I'm doing it here. So we make it short dashes line like this. Okay, so that is the line at 1, 1. Okay, and then so looking at this, we are going to see this line. So we see this line. Okay, we see it as a thick line. Okay, that is okay. Then we also see this line 2, 3. So make this line a thick line from here to here. So we also see this line like this. Okay, and then so then this line from 2 to 3 that we have here, so or sorry, 2 to 1. So it will be short dashes line, it will be hidden from us. So it is under here that you cannot see it. And also this line, the same thing applies to it. So it will be hidden from us. We make it short dashes line like this. Okay, make it short dashes line, it will be hidden from us. Okay, so here we have the plan. So if you are requested to draw the plan, this is what you are to do. Now, before we go on to produce the surface development of this oblique square prism, so let us make this a thick line. So this will be a thick line because when I'm looking at the object in this direction, I'm going to see this corner. So that's why this has to be drawn as a thick line. And then, so this also will also be a thick line. Okay, it will be a thick line from here to here because I can see this corner and then, so this will also be a thick line. So from here to here. So I can see this corner here and then the base here. So we also need to make it a thick line from here to here. Okay, then the top, we also make it a thick line from here to here. So we have the front elevation of the oblique square prism. Now, what we want to do actually is to produce the surface development, but I just assume that in case you are asked to draw the plan, this is what you need to do. Okay, now let's draw the plan. Well, let's draw the surface development as we are requested. So now, as the line is at angle 45 degree, this also at 45 degree, this also at 45 degree. So we have to draw a line that will be at a right angle to each of this line. And to do that, we make use of 45 degrees set square because 45 plus 45 will give us 90. Okay, so we make use of a 45 degrees set square, and this is the one I'm to use here. So with the 45 degrees set square being set like this, okay, so when I'm drawing, so it's going to cover this, okay, because of the space that we have here. So, okay, so it will cover this, but just pay attention to what I'm going to do. So please pay attention to what I'm going to do. So we are going to draw a line at angle 45, okay, so which will be at a right angle to this line. So draw a line from this point in this direction. So draw a line in this direction and come to this point also. So come to this point. So draw a line with the 45 degrees set square in this direction, and then you come here. So come to this point here. So come to this point and also draw a line with the 45 degrees set square in this direction. Then coming up here, we are going to do the same thing by drawing a line. So from this point, here, so we also draw a line with 45 degrees set square in this direction. Okay, then we also come to this point. So we do the same thing by drawing a line from here to here, and then we come to this point, we also draw a line. So from here to here at 45 degrees. Okay, then just move away from the given view. Okay, so move away from the given view. Then we draw a line. So we draw a line at 45 degrees. So that side, so this line will be at a right angle to each of this line. Okay, let's take note of that. Now the next thing that we are going to do is this. So we are opening from what? From 3, as we are told that the seam is on this line. Okay, is this line, so which we label XX. Okay, so let me put it there. So this is X, okay, and this is X. So where we have the seam, that is where we are cutting from. Okay, so this is 0.3 here. So I'm going to label this as 3 and this is 3 prime. Okay, so what you have to do now is that you take the length or side of the square, which is what? Which is 40. It will be 40 millimeters if we take the measurement. So based on what we what I know. Okay, so take this distance 1 to 2. Okay, so the length of the square. So put it at this point. You know, this is this is a square prism. That means it has four sides. Okay, four surfaces. Okay, so put the midpoint here at 3. So make an arc here. So this is 1. So we are going to make 4. So bring it here, put at this point, make an arc here. This is 2. And bring it here. So make an arc here. This is 3. And then so you put it at this point. So you make an arc here. This is 4. So what we are to do now with the 45-degree set square, so we are going to draw a line. So from this point, so we draw it to this side. Okay, so with 45-degree set square, then we come to this point here. So we also draw a line. So with 45 degrees, so we draw from here to here, and then we come here. So we come here. Okay, so we come to this point here. So we also draw a line from here to here, and then so coming to this point, so we also draw a line from here to here. So if you look at what we have here, so please just pay attention, because around here we have so many lines now. But as I said, so this line is for 3. That's why we put 3 at this point. So we put 3 at this point. If you look at this, so after that 3, so we move to what? We move to 4. So we move to 4. If you look at it, this is 3. Then from there we move to 4. Okay, so where do we have 4? So along this line, so you follow this line. So this point is what? It will be point 4. So this point will be a point for 4. So I'm just going to put 4 at this point here. So we put 4 here. Then from 4 we move to what? It goes from 4, it moves to 1 here. So this point here, so you follow this is point 1. So this point here is point 1. So I'm going to put 1 here. And then from 1, so we move to 2. Okay, we move to 2. So where will you have that 2? So follow this line of 4, 2. So this point here is point, this point is point 2. So then, so this is point 2. And then, so then back to 3. So 3 is at this point. So here we have 3 at this point here. So we have this point here. Then coming up here, so we have 3. So where do we have 3? So we have 3 at this point. So we are just repeating the same thing. We have 3 at this point. And then, so here we have 4 at this point. So this is 4 here. Okay, so this is 3 here. So let me call it. So, okay, then here we have what? Here we have this point. So this is point, okay, sorry. Next is what? Next is point, next is point 1. Okay, so this point is point 1. So here I have point 1 here. So I have point 1 here. And following what we have here, 3 to 4, 4 to 1, and 1 to 2, 2 to what? 2 to 3. Then the next is what? Is point 2. So this point, we have 2 at this point. And lastly, so lastly, we have 3 at this point here. So this is where we have 3. So if you follow the number that we have here, so this is point 3 here. So that's what we have. So what we are going to do with this now is that we are going to join this point together with straight lines. We are going to join this point together with straight lines. So starting from here, so I'm connecting point 2, point 3 and 4 together with a straight line. So connect point 3 and 4 together with a straight line. And then from here, so we connect point 4 and 1 together, so with a straight line. Okay, because this is a prism. Then we connect point 1 and 3 together. So sorry, 1 and 2. So we connect 1 and 2 get together a straight line like this. And point 1 and 3. So we also, sorry, point 2 and 3, we connect them together like this. So we have this here. And then coming up here, so it forms a straight line. So I can just join the 3 of them together at once. So from 3 to 4, 4 to 1. Okay, so we have this. And also from 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, it also forms a straight line like this. So we have this now. Okay, then so what we have to do now is a prism. So this is an edge. So we make this line a thick line from here to here. And then so we also make this a thick line from here to here. Okay, then we also make this a thick line from here to here. So we have this, and coming here, so we make this a thick line from here to here. And then so we also make this a thick line from here to here. Okay, so this is the surface development of these oblique square prisms. As simple as I've done it here, all you have to do is to practice. When you practice this, become a master at this work. Thank you. Keep on practicing. and God bless you.